What's good, YouTube? Venny here, bringing you another YouTube video. And you know it's a Venny video when you can hear the PlayStation sounding like it's going to explode, so sorry about that. Maybe next time I do a custom tactic, I'll make sure I do it on the Xbox so you don't hear the background noise. But yeah, we're going to be showing you my new custom tactics. Obviously, we had a new patch this week, and I want to show you the custom tactics I used going into this weekend league, which we hit top 100 on Xbox and PlayStation, double top 100, 30-0 on PlayStation, and 29-1 on Xbox. Yeah, 29-1 on Xbox. So I think I lost at like 23-0. I just went all the way to the bottom when I should have gone from the top. But I think we finished 25th on the dot, 25th there, Y-Man 1 season. If you don't know, that's my game attack. But yeah, 25th on the dot, 2391 skill rating. It's not bad at all, to be fair. So very solid skill rating. Hit the top 25, so we get a little bit of a bonus when we open these rewards coming out. If you want to see the different type of videos what we're going to upload, obviously we've got these custom tactics, but over the week we'll have highlights from the weekend league, and that'll be split in two. So Tuesday and Wednesday will be 2 highlight videos, Thursday will be rewards, and then I'm not too sure what I'm going to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But yeah, going into the week after that, I think I'm going to try and bring in a new series. But you have to wait and see what we actually bring. But yeah, let's get into the custom tactics. The reason you guys have clicked the video, actually, I said let's get into it, but before we do get into it, if you're new around here, subscribe. You know, it helps the channel grow. Hit the like button. Everything like that does really actually help the channel to grow. To my surprise, to be honest, I didn't really realise it was a thing. But yeah, this is the team we used this weekend. Obviously, we got some decent reds here: Orsic, Mats, Benyet, and Nainggolan. Kent, some good impact subs here. De Stegen in goal, best keeper in the game by a long way. No one comes close to him. Cancelo right back, centre backs: Van Dijk, goal, Element, Mendy, Screen Firmino, in for Mane, Cruyff, Mbappe, Team of the Year nominee Neymar, and Red Kante. You're probably thinking, well, this team actually ain't like, well, for me, when I look at this team, I don't think it's like that far off. A lot of you guys can probably afford this. I'm sure you can afford some sort of Mane. Sure, you can afford a gold Neymar. I think the only players what really like stretching the price, because you can get normal Kante, of course, is this Firmino and Cruyff. I think Firmino's looking about 800 to a mil, depending on your console, and then obviously Cruyff is like 3 million, so that's a lot of coins. But I feel like you guys could probably afford something similar to this, or get some sort of variation. If you played weekend league every week, I feel like you could get close to this. I might be wrong. I'm not too sure how much coins most people would have if they played weekend league and actually got decent finishes, but I definitely think this is a solid team. Gold Element, by the way, crazy player for me. But as you see, we've got Van Dijk and Ter Stegen and Akem, and that's just because I wanted Ter Stegen in the team. I wanted to see how OP he really is, and even on Akem, he's just absolutely crazy. But yeah, not really too worried about the team. I'm sure you guys are more interested in the custom tactics. We'll start off with the main custom tactic. It's the 4-2-3-1 balanced 5 width, depth 4, balanced width 5, 3 players in the box. It's quite a, as you might have seen in my previous tactics, we've gone like over, I think like last month in December we had like a quite aggressive one, which was like 5 depth. 5 depth. And then we had like a more conservative one, which was obviously the I think it was like 3 depth. This one's slap bang in the middle, and you're thinking, God, this guy's probably making it up on the spot. And honestly, I'm not. This is actually the custom tactics that I used this week. I put 4 depth because I felt like 3 depth I wasn't able to press, but with 4 I was a little bit more. I felt like I could press a lot better with it, so that's why I went to 4 depth. Obviously 5 is still good if you play a weekend league, but I feel like if you go to the pro level, you might have to lower the depth just slightly because how the pros play. Basic width, 3 players in the box. I don't want too many people rushing ahead. Let's get into the tactics. So we obviously at the start we'll start well, I think the keeper's on basic, so just so you guys know, stay back while attacking and overlap on the run type from the right back and left back. And this is because I want my right back and left back to be sitting back when I'm attacking, of course. That's why I've got stay back, so I don't get countered. But the overlap instructions on because when I go down the wings with Mbappe and Mane, a lot of times I want that pass backwards into my right back so I can go across the pitch from that spot. When I feel like I've got it on balance or in yeah, just on balance. Sometimes I feel like they get into that inverted role where they've come into the middle too much and it's easier for the opponent to read. I feel like the pass on the line, like backwards, is just some reason it's never seemed to be marked, but the inside passes are obviously going to be marked because some people have like super compact through the middle. So that's why I've got overlap on the right back and left back. Stay back while attacking the cover centre on the two CDMs. And you might have seen, but previous I used to have cut passing or one on cut passing and stuff like that. And I've gone away from that because I felt like when I used cut passing, a lot of times I didn't really know where my CDMs were. I was a lot more aggressive in defence because I was able to, like, the players just naturally cut it out a lot earlier for me to win the ball back. But a lot of times they would swap sort of positions, and sometimes Kante would be on the left, Firmino would be on the right. Sometimes it even like ended up like they both was on one side, and like when I was going to the attack, sometimes it was both down the same side. It was too complicated for me to like. I didn't want that. I want my team to be very structured, very simple. I want Firmino on the left, Kante on the right, and if he's not on the right and he's not on the left, I want them to swap, and that's like guaranteed they're going to be swapped because with cut passing, they like. It's like Kante would go, let's say if they're attacking down the right, Kante would fly over and then Firmino would cut the space in between. And that would like leave so much space behind Firmino, but also leave them both over to one side. So I didn't want that. I wanted them both on just balance so I get a bit of structure to the defending. I felt like I probably actually conceded a lot of goals from the passes in between people's cams to strikers, etc. because of the cut passing. So if you want to be more aggressive, I do recommend put cut passing, but for me, I've gone balance now. Saw a lot of pros use it, so I thought let me try it, and it worked quite well this weekend. Of course, we're hitting the 59-1 for the weekend. Balanced on the left attacking mid. Central attacking mid is stay on the edge of the box for crosses and free roam. This is because I want my cam to be the guy who I cut passes back. When I go down the wing, I want him to be there, give me an option to pass it backwards, and give me an actual variable of go forward, because sometimes like when I've gone down the wing, I know Neymar is going to be that guy in the box, but I don't need Cruyff to make the same run Neymar's made, so I want him to drop off slightly so I can get the pass back and then play from there. And then on the right side we've got balance, but drift wide. No idea, I'll be honest, I've got no idea why I put it on. I tried it on Xbox. I saw a lot. I think it was because I saw a few French pros use it, and I don't think it actually does too much, if I'll be totally honest. But I've got it on and it works, so it's gonna stay on for now until I lose and I decide to start changing things up. But yeah, drift wide on him. I think it just gives you like, especially when you're going down the wings from your build-up play. I feel like maybe the Mane will go slightly wider to give you that pass down the wing, but I didn't find it too much. Like if I was coming from the left, I didn't feel like my Mane was drifting off too far to the right. He still was coming in if I was attacking from the opposite side. So it still gave me the option what I wanted, but also gave me an option when I was going down the wing. And then on the striker, drift wide, target man. The reason I've got drift wide is because sometimes when I've got the ball, my lamb and ram from build-up play, I want to set these two to like make an attack and run into the forward space in front of the lamb and the ram. Putting drift wide on just makes the striker in a more easier position for them to drift over that way. And then yeah, target man, just to give an option to feet most of the time, because I don't really like getting behind is good, balance is good. I wouldn't use false 9. Target man's solid though. I would either use one of them three. It doesn't really matter too much. It all comes down to play style, but I want my striker to be giving me a feet option a lot of times, and if you press L1, their runs seem, or trigger their runs even with L1 or LB, it seems to be very solid. Going into the ultra defensive, we don't really touch this though, but we do have it here just in case. To be honest with you, there was two tactics what was used this weekend. It was the 4-2-3-1 and the 4-4-2, but we'll go over the ultra defensive just real quickly. Balanced, width 5, depth 4, possession 5, width, and 4 players in the box. With possession, you can have the players in the box slightly higher just because naturally the players give you an option to feet. Sorry about that, I thought I heard some background noise which didn't need to be there, but yeah, as I was saying, stay back. This is going to be like my tactic if I'm trying to hold the lead and I want to be more defensive. As I mentioned, players in the box down to up to 4, because of possession you just actually have options to feet no matter what you put really. So upped it a little bit. But the main things is that I've put basically come back and stay back while attacking on every single player. As you see, stay back, stay back, stay back, come back, stay on the edge, and free roam still on the cam. Come back. Maybe I would actually recommend to just put that on balance, because when you're trying to hold the lead, you want to know exactly where they are. If you have free roam, sometimes they wander off into different spaces, so maybe put that to balance. Maybe I should keep that as that. Drift wide, target man, and come back. Once again, same reasons why I've got it on the 4-2-3-1 main formation, but over onto the defensive and come back, just so we're a lot more compact in the defense, so we don't give up the lead too easily. Going into my plan B formation, the 4-2-3-1 didn't work. I used this at the start of the weekend, which is the 4-4-2. I wanted to see how this works. I'm mainly a 4-2-3-1 player, but I wanted to try a different formation out. So we went with a 4-4-2. As I always say, for me, 4-4-2 and 4-2-3-1 are the best formations in the game this year. Width 5, depth 4. Balance, of course, offensive style, balance, width for 4 players in the box. And we'll get into what I like and what I don't like about the 4-4-2. Is like the way it attacks. 4-4-2 is ridiculous. Like, it's so hard for people to actually defend against it if you go quick enough. But I do sometimes struggle in the build-up play, because I really like having that cam give me the option from my centre mids or my CDMs, whatever formation I'm playing. With 4-4-2, I feel like it basically gets like 4-2-4 a lot of the time, so you have to be very wary for that. And you'll see we got stay back while attacking on the right back and left back. Same reasons as before. No overlap on this one though, because the right mids and left mids are naturally wider than where the ram and lamb start. Stay back and cover centre on the right centre mid and left centre mid. We don't really need to put one on balance. A lot of times I recommend having one on balance on 4-2-3-1, because of the natural sitting position of the of a CDM. Whereas the centre mids, you don't really need that, because they will give you an attacking option no matter what, because of just the natural base of a 4-4-2. It goes to a lot like they're playing as a box-to-box midfielder. So yeah, cover, stay back and cover centre on them. Come back and stay wide on the right mid and left mid. So we've basically put come back on every single player, just to try and give me a more option to feed. A lot of times, as I mentioned, with a 4-4-2, it goes like 4-2-4, and like if their starting position is a lot higher, it's a lot harder for me to do the build-up play unless I go quick, and that's not really my play style. So yeah, come back and stay wide. I put stay wide as well on, just because when people are using a very compact team, having to stay wide when you're like building up through the middle, a lot of times you'll notice your right mid and left mid are basically open, in open space, so you can just play them down the wing and basically score a goal just due to your wing play. So yeah, that's why I've got stay wide on them. That's why I don't need to have overlap, because they're naturally wider as well with the stay wide chance creation. One of the strikers, we got come back and getting behind, so we want to stretch the opponent with this getting behind tactic, and the other one also as just come back and balance, and that is because I want, as I said, I'm trying to get a player so I can have a option to feed, like how I would have my cam. So I have one on balance, so they do sometimes give me the option to feed, and then obviously to get in behind to stretch the opponent, and you can do these quick counter attacks, just play them through. But yeah, that was just like a sort of run through the main two formations, 4-2-3-1 and 4-4-2, and obviously I went over the defensive formation. And then if everything goes wrong, we got the 3-5-2, just in case, constant pressure, like 7 width, 9 depth, balance, 5 players in the box, 7. Very simple. Everything on balanced here. Put cover center on the 2 CDMs, so but balance, cam stay forward, strikers both getting behind, and we're just basically trying to go all out, trying to win the ball back as quick as possible. But to be honest, on this game you can't really press anyway, so whatever tactic, whatever formation you have, it's going to be a struggle to get the ball back. But 3-5-2 flies very good in the attacking sort of style, so with the 2 balanced CDMs you're going to have more people running forward. So definitely recommend, if you need a formation, if you're losing by a couple goals, definitely recommend this one. But hopefully these custom tactics help you out. They helped me, as I mentioned, 59-1 for this weekend. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and peace.